Hello, so we are on our first foray of the 1st of April. So I have some bad news for you guys. I've decided that I'm not actually going to do the 3 months. I just don't think I can manage it. I'm going to stop today, I think. I don't know, April Fools or whatever. But I'm terrible with that. So with this, I am doing the 3 months. I can't lie, I am doing the 3 months, but no, it's our first foray of the day. I've done all my measurements. I'm surprisingly only 88 kilos after winter. Normally I'm a bit more than that with winter weight and things like that. So I'm starting at a lower weight, so this is going to be interesting. And my blood pressure and everything was all normal. And I think I'm on a good baseline to start the diet. So we're going to go and start gathering a few things. I'm going to start with the stream water again because I do miss drinking that. So I'm going to do it a bit differently this time. I think I might forage the stream water and not filter it at all, because I did that for about 3 years. A long time ago, I did about 3 years just drinking stream water straight from the stream. So that could have an interesting impact on my gut microbiome, and I live quite well off it. I didn't get ill or anything like that. But there is so much to pick now. I'm so happy that I can go and pick it, because I've been refraining from doing so, just to kind of make sure the gut tests are quite accurate, and so I can finally pick nettles in abundance. I can finally pick. I think I might be just in time for the hawthorn leaves, for like a hawthorn leaf salad type stuff. But yeah, we're just going to head to the stream now, and we'll go and gather the first thing, which is my stream water and the wild garlic. But it's so beautiful today. It's so sunny. It's a nice first day for the project. I must admit, I was a little bit frustrated this morning because I woke up to the noise of strimmers, lots and lots and lots of loud strimmers. That's one thing that always seems to trigger me, overstimulate me. And they're right next to the garage on the railway line, and it's just. I mean, last year I had to stop them from cutting all the brambles right up to the fence because I really wanted those blackberries, and it's just. I have to keep an eye on them to make sure they don't do that. And then they're in the farm field next door. I don't know what they're doing. They've got about 10 or 20 people just going around with strimmers, and that noise is almost unbearable. And it just makes me sad, really, that especially now we're starting the Wild Biome project, and all of this greenery, all of this edible greenery, and then they're just cutting it back. And along the railway line, there's no need to do that, because you can leave that for nature and let nature do its thing. And it's just, I don't know, it kind of gets to me a bit, because there's so much potential edible kind of goodness out there, as well as as cover for nature and animals, and there's absolutely no need to cut things back in a lot of places, or spray things. And it just kind of, it's really sad, because there's just an abundance of edible things for us to forage. And look at all of that. There's my wild garlic. All the bulbs that I planted during lockdown, they are thriving. So this is going to be really nice, and wow, they've really come up now. So I'm going to be feasting on all of this. And here we go. The crystal clear stream water. The only time that it can be the only time it's not that nice is if it's been raining and it's completely filthy. I just need to find a nice clear patch to dip the container into that's deep enough, which is the tricky part. Oh, there's a spot right there. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful clear water. Wow, this is my favourite, my absolute favourite. We have our wild garlic coming up now in full swing, and I am just going to be feasting on this pretty much every single day. It's going to go in my meals until it's no longer available. I just absolutely adore this plant, and it's just so much better, so much more rewarding that this was all that I planted myself. 3,000 bulbs, and it's finally taking off like this, and it's absolutely beautiful. Here is fresh stream water. Yum 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 yum. I just run it through a simple filtration, just through a blank kitchen towel, just to get any of the dirt out. That leaves all the rest of the goodness. That tastes amazing. Okay, I've just processed a load more pendulous sedge seed because that's one of the crucial elements that I need. I'll have to I'll turn what I made there into flour. I ended up with a couple of nice bags, one with half the husk taken off, and the other one completely taken off. So it creates a nice balance between different textures and things when you're cooking. But the next step on the agenda is nettles. So I really miss this. They're starting to come up, and I usually just start feasting on them as soon as they're up every single year. But nettles are going to be a big crucial part of the diet as well, because they're so rich in nutrition, really rich in nutrition. I think it was because of nettles that my iron count was a little bit higher than normal last Wild Biome. Not in the red or anything, but it was just higher than it was when I started. So we're going to harvest some nettles, and those will go in our meal later on. So all you want is the top few leaves of the nettles, and I'm just using scissors so that I don't sting myself, and I can gather them a lot faster this way. And I just go around, just guide them into there, easy peasy. There's also cleavers coming up in here at the moment, loads and loads of these little beauties, but we want lots and lots of nettles. I don't know if this is a big enough container for the amount that I want. You can't get enough of nettles. They crisp up really nicely in a pan if you just fry them up simply with venison tallow, which is probably what I'm going to do, is to just make a quick dish, venison tallow, bunch of greens and loads of wild garlic. Gosh, it has been non-stop today whilst I find myself into a rhythm. I've been out foraging, I've got some nettles, I've got some wild garlic, I've got the stream water, I've been busy making some more pendulous sedge seed, turning everything into flour. So I've grinded the acorns down, I've ground the pendulous sedge seed down. I had some reed mace fluff flour from before, so I've ground that down as well. The reed mace makes such a mess, all the little seeds blowing everywhere in the caravan. And I think for today I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to make, I found some trooping funnels that I dried in the cupboard, so I'm going to fry up some trooping funnels in some venison tallow, and make a simple dish with some greens and loads of wild garlic, and have that for my savoury meal. And then I'm going to treat myself a little bit because I found some mulberries in the freezer, and mulberries will add a natural kind of sugary hit to this, and it's going to be a nice little treat for the first day. So what I'm going to do is, with the acorn flour and the pendulous sedge seed flour that I had left over from before, I'm going to use that up, and I'm also going to add some of the blackberry powder and sea buckthorn powder to the mix. So we've got about 100 grams of acorn flour in there. We've got about a quarter cup of pendulous sedge seed, quarter cup of blackberry powder, quarter cup of sea buckthorn. I'm just going to sieve that in so it's nice and smooth in any of the rough stuff. So we've got about 40 grams of fat. That should be enough. So we'll get that on the hob and melt that down. So meanwhile, whilst the fat is melting, I need to make room on some trays. So you get the pemmican out and start breaking that down. So just a quick one. This is the pemmican, and it actually looks a little bit like chocolate bars, doesn't it? Wow, that came out really good actually. One thing that Gemma from Wild London, when she tried some of this last time, she said that my pemmican tasted like chocolate. But it's actually really delicious. You got the nice tang to it. It's a little bit fatty, so maybe I could reduce that next time, but that's really good. Perfect recipe. Okay, so we've got the venison tallow ready. So first of all, I'm going to put in the mulberries, venison tallow. Okay, and let's just give it a nice mix. If I need to add some more water I will, but fingers crossed that this will be the right consistency. What a treat. I forgot that I picked all those mulberries. There was one tree that was producing loads of them nearby, and I just went and kept picking and picking and picking. I ate some and I froze some in preparation for this project. I only have about 2 or 3 bags full of them, but that's still around 3 to 4 kilos of mulberries, which is very good because that's another sugar source that, if I really need it, if this turns out really well, I will probably save this recipe for things like nomadic when I go there for the weekend in the Bluebell Woods. It will just give me a nice little boost of energy. So it's just, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Test some things, fine tune some things, and improve upon from the last Wild Biome. I mean, it'd be amazing to be able to do this every single day, but convenience usually wins because you've got so many other things that you need to do in a day sometimes. Like I've just spent the whole day focusing 100% on gathering and preparing and finally cooking, and it's already late afternoon. I haven't really done much else today other than make sure that I've got food. So some of these snacks that we're making, like this and the pemmican, they'll be useful for days when I have to do something else and I have to miss a meal. Whew. On to the final job for today before I cook up my meal, and that is to head down and get the birch sap. Now it's been running a bit slower lately, so I'm able to just walk down now instead of take the G-Wiz, and I think we're only going to get maybe 10-15 litres. I've got 20 litres worth of bottles, but it is really slowing down now, so I don't know if I'll even bother reducing this lot. I might just keep it in the fridge and use it as a drink as a water source for a few days, which would make absolute sense, and it would be really nice and hydrating. So let's head down into the woods and we will go and get this birch sap. As you can see, we're getting a lot less sap now. So that used to be the big 5 litre container, big 10 litre container, sorry, and that was filling right up to the top. So that is reducing, that is really stopping its flow. And the same with this one here. This one was usually nearly full too. So I think we're definitely on the end of the season now. So peaceful out here. It's really slowing down. Most of the trees that I'd tapped have stopped now, so we've got one really nice clear one there. That one's starting to, the one on the right is starting to ferment a little bit. So yeah, I think that's it pretty much. The next couple of days I think we'll be done with birch tapping and I can focus on other things. Gosh, we're finally getting to dinner making. I've got some hogweed leaves in there, some nettles, some, what else did I pick? Dandelions. We've got trooping funnels, sprinkle of salt, a load of venison tallow, and what was the last thing? 3 tablespoons of blackberry vinegar. Now that one is made with ingredients that I can have on the wild food diet. Last time I had a bit left over that had a little bit of sugar in it. This one has got honey from down the field instead of demerara sugar, just a tiny bit to sweeten it. But I've got 2 bottles of that to really last me throughout the 3 months, just as a small flavouring. So we're just going to cook this down, crisp it up. I will add the wild garlic at some point, and then I've got my cookies for later. So look how those turned out. They look absolutely amazing. I can't wait to have those for dessert. Here we are at the end of the day. It's been quite a day, very busy, getting things ready, getting things prepared, making seed flowers and things like that ready for baking and using in other foods. I've been out to forage, I've been out to collect the birch sap. It's just been very, very hectic. I've been very busy, but surprisingly I haven't actually been hungry. I haven't eaten at all until now. I haven't been hungry, but what we have here for dinner is the trooping funnels, nettles, common hogweed, dandelions, wild garlic, tallow, venison tallow, that was my staple before, I need that fat, and bit of salt, bit of blackberry vinegar drizzle, and then we've also got our cookies, which are pendula sedge, acorn flour, there's some mulberries in there, there's some sea buckthorn, there's blackberry powder. It's just a combination of some amazing ingredients, and there's some venison tallow in there as well, but it's a combination of some amazing ingredients, so you don't actually need sugar in that dish at all. So we're going to get this dished up, we're going to go and feast on that tonight and just finally relax. So that's it for today. I just wanted to get this recorded, the first day of the Wild Biome project, and hope you enjoy, hope you follow, like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more. And I will see you again in the next video. For now, I am hungry. Let's go and eat.